Good morning, chat. Welcome to stream. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is out today. I'm waiting for it to finish downloading, though, so we're gonna waste a little bit of time checking out some YouTube videos. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to stream. Welcome. Pokemon Unite, by the way, kinda interesting. This one. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. This is Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw.
My God, the amount of YouTubers that are just popping off because they're fighting so many. Well, okay. The amount of YouTubers that are popping off on YouTube because of all the hidden mechanics because of Pokemon Unite for people that found them on Reddit and then they make a video on it is ridiculous. Like, it's insane. All these, like, clickbaity things that you can do just by, like, following Reddit posts. But this was found yesterday. And literally, like, everyone in the Pokemon YouTube community has made a video about it. I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. Here's more Teamfight Manager. But
that I sometimes use
there's a Dreadnaw reduction
to look smart. While I was streaming earlier today, a lot of people kept talking to me about this Dreadnaw.
You should see a lot of the work that goes in the Smash Bros. Patch notes. I don't get it. Like, on one hand, like, it's actually really good for the community, right? Because the community all becomes this unstoppable force behind this whole idea of, like, fucking give us patch notes, and then they go through all the work to do it all, and they all work together, and then you have, like, people that could put the videos together, they get tons of views, so people care about their content, so you build into, like, this whole ecosystem of, like, having a community, which is really, really cool. On the other hand, people like me that don't want to get into these communities, I just want to play the fucking game, I'm just like, I get tired of it and walk away, right? It's weird.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
It's really weird. I'm kind of getting over Unite and all its hidden shit.
If you take the Dreadnaw before Zapdos, there is a damage reduction at Zapdos for the team that took it.
So only on Zapdos. There's no indicator, no information. If you grab Dreadnaw under the 3-minute mark, you have a 90-second window where you do 50 to 60% less damage against the Zapdos. You just do less damage. So, like, all these steals that keep happening, when you're like, I swear I was hitting that. I swear I bursted that. If you grab Dreadnaw, you just lose damage on Zapdos. So it's easier for the opponents to steal. So now it's better at the 3-minute mark if you're stomping your opponents or running the macro to ignore Dreadnaw, not pick it up for 60 seconds, but how do you communicate that to your team? How do you do that? How do you tell your team, don't hit this creature? Because you're fighting the entire game for the first 6 minutes to be like, come down, rotate, help me team fight. And the only thing Pokemon Unite players know what to do is fight in the last 3 minutes. That's all they know what to do. So now you have to be ahead of the game, identify that you're ahead of the game with no score, by the way, and then tell your team not to touch the Dreadnaw. Because if you take it, you potentially lose Zapdos. Like, it's fucking bonkers to me. There's no way that this is, like, meant to be. And he went through and tested it. It doesn't work on Rotom. It's only on Dreadnaw.
And I thought, wow, that's crazy. And wow,
it's so weird.
I had no idea. Some people made some really interesting observations that this is why you feel like Zapdos gets stolen more often, because the team that took Dreadnaw and is ahead doesn't actually realize that the Zapdos is taking less damage from your team and more damage from the enemy team. So I'm going to take
Is it more or less bonkers having a baby with your half-sister?
I'm going to show you the test that I did.
I think it's more bonkers than that.
Looking into
at least then there's an act that makes that happen. This is like out of fucking nowhere. You're playing the game and then you're punished for playing the game.
It's like a huge deal. Let me take you over to the Reddit post. All right, this is not where I learned it from, but people in my
so this is why I'm going to do a reaction video off of this stuff, just so you guys know, instead of making my own video. Because this went out, and then within like 5 hours, all the Pokemon YouTubers made a video about this Reddit post. And then, of course, they did 5 to 10 minutes so they can run their ads on top of it. I'm just going to do a reaction video. I'll let them do all the work for me. So thanks to this Reddit user for doing this all for me. And then Spraggle, I believe his name is, funny guy. Thank you for putting this video together. I'm just reacting. This is going straight on the
Twitch,
YouTube.
I believe learned it from here, so I feel like I should give a shout out to.
It did all the work.
Another.
I just get to rant and be pissed
on Reddit for the information.
Because holy shit, this MOBA is so hard to play. It's supposed to be easy.
Precise, after securing Dreadnaw, your team's damage to Zapdos is reduced 55% for 90 seconds. You should
90
not go
seconds.
For the last Dreadnaw
you have
right
a 30-second window,
as your team will be in a
if
major
you play it
disadvantage.
perfectly,
to
where you still have less damage.
I would say it's clearly
so, like,
a comeback
if you want the
mechanic.
Dreadnaw stats, you better get it at 3 minutes.
Twitch also
burn it ASAP, which is already hard to fucking do.
And for it
Like,
to be 55.
I don't know if you guys play Pokemon Unite, but have you ever heard the phrase herding cats? The thing is, the cats don't do what they want to do, right? They float around. They won't listen to you. It's really, really hard to do. I feel like Pokemon Unite is herding cats, but they're all on catnip and think they're good at the game. And it's so frustrating. So now I have to herd them in the last 3 minutes without any way to communicate in any way, shape, or form and stop them from getting this Dreadnaw.
5% exactly for 90 seconds.
Or force them to do it within the first 10 seconds.
Put into the game. I can't believe the game
it's
doesn't
so
tell you
bonkers.
this, but the game doesn't tell you much. So this person tested it in a match. They have videos below of some people testing it. I tested it as well because I thought, you know what? I could just put up this video as a PSA, but I really should test it. I really should know for myself, is this true or is this not true?
See, I was going to go test it myself, but he actually did the testing right, so I'm happy with the testing.
I also try this with Rotom. I see how this affects Zapdos. So let's take a look at that footy.
They really got to get clarification down. That's got to be their focus for the next couple patches, because like players like me are going to fall off. I just don't care to dig through all this stuff and learn it and pay attention.
Okay, so I just took Dreadnaw, and here is me testing my damage to Zapdos.
I was testing myself.
590.
I've been stupidly into Pokemon Unite.
590 plus 19.
I like all the little small mechanics stuff. I think it's actually very exciting. Like, real talk, like, the game being 10 minutes long forces you down a linear path where you need to min-max on your timings as much as you can. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. It's really, really good for macro. And so it's pretty exciting to know these little timings and how to utilize them. Like, the jungle's probably my weakest, but like the rest of the map, I got it down pretty well. But stuff like this that just puts a hamper, it dampens the amount of work that I have to put into like pulling my team around and forcing them to do that kind of stuff, and it gets really frustrating. It makes it suck a lot, especially as like a tank player. So I don't know.
450.
Does the damage reduction is a set duration?
Get
it's a
out of
90-second
here,
set
Eldegoss.
duration.
590.
90 seconds
1200.
has been the test.
1200.
A hampa dampa. Just play
Wow.
Snorlax to tank assassin. Snorlax is still pretty strong.
Wow. 1200. Okay.
You see that? You're
So
doing
I guess
400
it's
damage to
true?
Zapdos. You know how hard it is to
1,000.
last hit with 400 damage in this game?
Wow.
Everyone does like
Okay.
1,000 to 1,500 damage in the late game.
Okay.
So
All right.
suddenly,
Here is me
you do
testing
30% of
to
that
see if Rotom
in a
does
race
this
to the
same
end.
Thing. So I'm just going to take this Rotom just a few seconds before Zapdos here.
So he tests Rotom, and Rotom doesn't work.
Chunk it down.
Similar to
chunk
Dreadnaw.
Chunk it down, Pikachu. Chunk that Rotom down. All right.
He does 1,200 damage.
1200.
It's so weird to me, man.
Wow. Well.
And the
there you
worst
have
part
it.
about this is if they do fix it, they're not going to like say it was a bug or anything. They're just going to say, Zapdos works now. That's what they're going to say on the patch notes, and that's going to be a tilter. That'll tilt me. Zapdos works now. Smile. Zapdos upgraded. Alright, anyways. That's Dreadnaw. Be aware of it, I guess, if you're playing. I do wonder if the developers have been forced to push this out the door because it's really ready. The thing that makes me think is the number of cosmetics is way less than I would expect. I don't know. Maybe. They do have 3 Pokemon games coming out in the next, like, 6 months, right? So, like, maybe they forced to push it out. It's gotta be the only game that has a comeback mechanic for the comeback mechanic. True, actually. Yeah. Why Gotham doesn't mention this anywhere? This is crazy. Maybe it is behind a secret window. Like, I'm so ready to, like, get Masters. I played, like, 4 or 5 games yesterday. And we did pretty well. And I played with Sehinki, who's in Masters, and we were, like, doing really, really well. I'm, like, this close. I'm, like, a level and a half. And as soon as I get done with that, I'm releasing my video on, like, what I think Pokemon Unite needs to do. And I'll do a video on, like, what they do well. Because I think they do some stuff that's really, really cool and awesome for MOBAs. But they also just, like, fall fucking hard. And I know that this game is just for Pokemon enthusiasts, but like they have a really cool game here that people will play for a long time if they just make a few changes and just be transparent. That's all they have to do. And then we'll all smile and be happy, you know? All right, enough about that.